Hi everyone, once again, Happy New Year, it's craft glove time.
Hello.
Sarah and Amy from the Stoughton Public Library, and this month we are tie-dyeing headbands. So you can get your zen on and have the coolest yoga headband around.
You'll be the envy of everyone on your yoga Zoom.
So what you'll get in your kit is one mostly cotton headband. It's got a little stretch. You'll get some rubber bands, 2 colors of tie-dye, and no, sorry, you don't get to pick your colors, but we'll try to put some contrasting things together. And you'll get gloves. They might not look like this. You might get latex gloves, because we have a lot of those.
And you'll get a bag to dye your headband in.
And the usual timeline will apply. We'll have the sign up, which you will have already done by the time you get this video the following Monday. And then you can join us on
February 4th, Thursday.
For the craft Zoom meeting where we do show and tell and answer questions and just kind of enjoy seeing each other because we miss doing that so much. All right, through the magic of video, we're going to show you how to tie-dye this stuff. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can bind your headband. So the 2 ways I'm going to show you are the bullseye and the swirl. So the bullseye is probably the simplest one. I don't know, you'd end up sort of folding it in half and then binding it this way, nice and tight, and then following down, and that will make kind of concentric rings that go in a line. Anywhere that you have, this is a new mask and it keeps slipping down, anywhere that you have the band, it will stay white.
How tight do you have to get the rubber bands?
Have them tight enough so you can take them off without too much trouble when you're done. So that's one way. I'm gonna unband this one and show you the other way. All right, so you could do bullseye and leave it open and then do them from opposite sides. That would work too. So like band this end and band this end and then put them in towards the center, if that makes sense. There will be some printed instructions along with the video with this the email with this video, so don't worry, you won't have to rewind this too much. So the other way of doing this is to swirl, which is a little weird with a headband. So you pinch the middle, try to get my hand out of the way, and then kind of wrap them around. And then you would put the band around the center one way. If you kind of
get all the bands lined up together.
Not a lot of spaces between them, so they make one line. And then you kind of pinch it the other way, like that, and then put them the other way. So think of it like a pie. And then you'll want to So see, I may have done one too many here.
A little tight.
All right. So then I would do, like you have two colors, so I would do them in opposite. So like do one color on these sides and then the other color there. And then it'll swirl out from that one center that's in the middle. Because of all the tight folds, when you're dyeing, you'll want to squeeze the dye into it very slowly so it absorbs and it goes into all of the little nooks and crannies. You can use your bag to dye, or you can do it in a dish and then transfer it to your bag afterwards. Now we're gonna take a look as Amy dyes her item. She's doing a long bullseye, so it'll have like the one circle in the front there and then some wide stripes. So where her rubber bands are will be white, and then her colors will go in between.
I'm going to start with my library teal, a favorite color of Sarah's.
You'll want to squeeze very gently and let the bits of dye soak in.
It helps to put the nozzle right on the fabric also.
And you do want to keep going even after you have the whole surface covered, because you want it to go into the middle still.
Okay, now I can see it bleeding through past my rubber band, so I'm gonna move to the next segment because that's pretty saturated. Okay, so just dye the whole section? Fill it
Well,
all
as
in?
much as you want. If
so.
you want more white, then you can leave a space. Plus any extra dye will keep wicking after you're done. You can either hold it or you can dye it sitting in your bag. Just know that any extra dye that drips down will soak into your project, and it might create something awesome, a happy accident, or it might be something that you don't like the looks. So Amy, it looks like you're doing bands of single colors, at least in that first one.
Yeah. I guess I could combine. I'm making it up as I go, actually.
Yeah.
The big reveal. The fun of dyeing, right?
Yeah.
I think I might need a little more teal here.
And we are dyeing these dry so we could get really good color saturation. If you wet it, your colors will be lighter, and I wanted bright colors, so that's something to keep in mind too. If you want more of a pastel look, if you do it onto a damp bandana, you'll use less dye. Your colors will wick and spread more easily.
All right.
And then she's gonna put it in the bag.
Now Sarah will nicely explain what she did.
So this was an experiment where we did many small bullseyes. So I did the tips all blue, and then I drew a teal ring around them, and then kind of filled the rest in. So that'll have some small circles. I'm losing my mask again. And it will have white around them. And then with the swirl, you have to dye slowly and kind of tuck your dye bottle into the little creases to try to get it to saturate really well. You'll keep going for a while after it looks like it's all covered, because you want it to keep soaking into the middle, or you might have a middle that's just all white. If that happens, never fear. You can band it up again and you can dye it again. So with this, it was so small I could only do 4 little pie shapes. If you have something large, and there will be some printed instructions. So then once you're done dyeing, you can put your items in your bag And then be very, very patient as you wait for at least 8, if not longer, 24 hours you could wait, or even longer. I think my daughter once did a tie-dye project and it sat in a bag in the basement waiting to get washed for 2 weeks. It's fine. Very vivid colors. So, it's the next day. We have let our tie-dye sit, and now we're ready to rinse it out. All right, Amy is working on her bands. Why don't you turn the water on and you can
Rinse while I unband.
Yeah. So exciting.
Ooh.
So what you'll want to do is take your bands off and rinse your project. You will want to rinse until the water runs clear. And then after that, you want to run them through the wash or hand wash. I always feel bad doing a load of laundry with like 3 tiny things in it. And then run it through the dryer, and that will set it. And it shouldn't.
Does it matter if it's cold or warm?
Nope, it doesn't. Whatever is comfortable on your hands.
Look at that.
Oh yes, that worked out. Oh, that's yours. That's the middle of your. So exciting. Give it a squeeze. That's pretty
good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we are with our awesome yoga headbands. So it turns out these wide ones, they are roomy. They're a little baggy on my head. Maybe I have a small head. I don't know. Maybe they'll fit you better. This was a fun project.
Yes, it was fun tie-dyeing.
And easy, which, you know, we need not to have to think too hard in the new year of getting over 2020. We hope that you will join us for
Craft Club Zoom on November 4th at 6:30.
6:30, and you're watching this video, so you got the email. We will see you then, February 4th. And Amy and I, we're so close together because we're using our awesome rolling screen to keep ourselves safe. All right. Happy crafting.
Bye.